Really awesome that everybody's here in the room thinking about this. I came to the Eastern Conference last year and I met Mike Leung, who inspired me. He introduced me to Jenny, who's now my lawyer. And we're trying to do a direct public offering. So you could think of everything that Jenny was just talking about. I hope to be a case history. Right now, what am I? I'm just a case. Right? So we've been working on this for over a year now. And it is true that every single state is different. And it does get very complicated at times. But at the same time, I agree with Jenny, this is something that's very doable, and we're really on the cusp of it. We had hoped to really mail out our application like yesterday, like this morning, might happen this week, or some changes which are not in this PowerPoint presentation. It's super exciting, and we can do it. I am Chris Michael. I started a development company in New York City. It's called Workers Development. And we're on a number of different projects, but the first thing that I want to get started, the first project that I want to do, the first worker co-op that I want to do is just a diner. Just a regular, simple, really boring, really simple diner. And it's going to be called Workers Diner. And it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be a worker co-op. And like all you guys, I have this vision of this place I'd like to create, this wonderful, beautiful, democratic workplace where it's all wonderful and beautiful and no one has a horrible boss. And I need money to do it, unfortunately. I need so much money, it's crazy. I need like $500,000. It's like that crazy. I need that much money. Do you guys like that? Do you guys like $500,000? Okay. So, $500,000 I want to raise. That's a lot of money, right? That's a lot of money. And the way we thought about doing, the way I was inspired to do it from talking to people like Mike and Jenny and others, some of you who are in the room, I thought, let me do a direct public offering. Let me stand out on 42nd Street and ask everybody who walks by, I'll have a big sign, a Spider-Man suit, something wacky, Naked Cowboy 3, if you've ever been to 42nd Street. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to raise $500,000, but how am I going to do it? And here's where more of our friends from the worker co-op movement come into play. I hope everybody got a chance to meet John Curl or read his book, For All the People. Everybody saw that on the tables out there? It's a fantastic book. And people have done this before, even though we're saying this is the Holy Grail and we want to do it and it's going to be so exciting and this will be the first and this and that. This is like old hat. They did this in like 1845, 1865. They were way more advanced. There was an organization called, before Facebook, they had something called Knights of Labor. Before email, they had mass membership organizations, people from all parts of the country. You have people on the Lower East Side of New York communicating with people in Kansas City. This is a real-life document. I can't even remember, can you read the date? It's like April 29, 1886, Waterford, New York. I don't know where Waterford is. It's not in the 5 boroughs, I don't believe. Before Facebook, before email blasts, you had stock solicitation flyers. I don't even know what it was. You have journals and printings that are circulating all over the states. You have people from Kansas writing earnest letters to people in New York City saying, please help me out. I want to raise money. How can I do this? And you have people from New York City corresponding back. And you have people from New York City asking people in Kansas what they're doing. And then you have evil railroad companies fucking everything up. So I just wanted to show you that this is a real thing that's been done. Okay?
And that was before the 33 Securities Act.
There you go. There you go. And then the federal clamped down on it. But you had, the important thing is that you had honest, regular people who really believed in worker cooperation. That's what they called it. They called it worker cooperation. They really believed in worker cooperation, and they were willing to fork up their hard-earned money to help start worker cooperatives. Of course, they had different little, like, for worker cooperative, like techies, like they had different ideas about what a worker cooperative was, but the general sense was the same. So, Workers Diner is doing a direct public offering. We're intending on raising $500,000 in preferred shares, and of course, please don't even ask me, labor is renting capital. Capital is not renting labor. So, for all intents and purposes, there's no voting control associated with these shares. and there is no profit associated with these shares. We can talk more details about that later in Q&A or in person. I'd be happy to talk more about this with you on an individual basis, or even after the conference if you want to email me or call me. I'd be happy to talk as much as you want about this. How are we doing it? We're doing it with a very small law in New York General Business Law that allows for interstate offering of stock. So I'm going to be able to sell to New York State residents. That's the plan as it stands right now. Preferred shares, it's not too cockamamie for those of you who know, for those of you who don't. It's just it's honestly a regular device, it's a regular tool, it's a regular technique that regular traditional capitalist businesses use. So it's really, it sounds weird. How would I give money and I'm not going to have any control or vote in the company? This is really done every day. It's really no big deal as far as the law is concerned. What do I need to do this myself? What is Chris going through when he goes to sleep at night? What is he obsessing about and thinking that he needs to do and to perform and to fulfill in order to make Jenny's dream come true of having this holy grail of the direct public offering? It's not that difficult. I need the craziest word I'm going to give you is prospectus. It's not that bad. It's a 20-page document. It's also called offering literature. It's what I have to give you before you give me an investment in my company. And it's not that, it's, you know, you want somebody like Jenny in your corner to proofread and edit and hit you when you're doing something wrong. But it's, you know, at the end of this, I'm going to have a document. I'm going to have a prospectus. It's going to be public knowledge because guess what? I'm going to be giving it to 100,000 people. And I can give a copy of it to you. I can give you an electronic copy.
New York resident.
Well, you can't give me money unless you're a New York State resident. But if you're an out-of-state, if you're not lucky enough to live in New York State, I can still give you a copy of the document. I can give you an electronic copy, and you can use that copy. And you all know how to copy and paste, and you can just put your own information in the document, right? It's 20 pages. How much of that, if you already have a business plan for your company, you're talking about copying and pasting, seriously. Copying and pasting, okay. What else do I need? State law is different. In different places, it's going to be different. But you're probably going to wind up having to fill out some kind of an application. For my purposes, for New York State, there's a document called an M11. It's 4 pages. It took longer for me to take the subway to a Dunkin' Donuts on 28th Street and 7th Avenue, meet up with my business partners, have to listen to their nonsense and get them to sign the damn form before I could get out of there and mail the form to Jenny, right? So it's 4 pages. It's like no big deal. It's like you're just signing your name on the bottom. It's nothing. What else do I need? I hope that looks like a nice number to you guys.
It is. Nice, very nice.
That's a nice number, right? Now, Jenny's absolutely correct in saying that the legal fees involved are a whole nother matter. But I'm telling you, to do, and thank you for your support there, to do an offering of $500,000, that's the fees that I'm going to pay in New York State. That's it.
That's the filing fee.
That's the filing fee. That's it. I mean, you need to print a lot of copies. You're going to be doing a lot of mailing and a lot of postage, a lot of printing. But that's it. If I wanted to give $1 million offering, scales up to $2,850.